Namaste, my beloved friends. Today, I want to share a very beautiful story with you. But this is not just a story, this is a mirror for every person who has ever felt rejected, a mirror for every person who has grown up without a father, a mirror for every person who has been judged by society, family, caste, surname, background, or circumstances. This is a story for every child who secretly asked, "Why was I born like this?" For every son who never received a father's love, for every daughter who never felt protected, for every person who was made to feel you are not enough because your family is not enough. You are not respectable because your lineage is not respectable. My beloved friends, listen carefully. Your birth is not your final identity. Your father's name is not your final identity. Your surname is not your final identity. Your caste or religion is not your final identity. Your truth is your identity. Your character is your identity. Your consciousness is your identity. Your courage to live honestly is your identity. And today's story proves this beautifully. This is the story of Satyakam Jabala, a young boy, a pure heart, a seeker of truth. His name itself was powerful. Satyakam. Satya means truth. Kam means longing. Satyakam means one who longs for truth. And that is the first thing to understand. Not everyone who is religious is a seeker of truth. Not everyone who visits temples is a seeker of truth. Not everyone who reads scriptures is a seeker of truth. A seeker of truth is one who is ready to drop falsehood, one who is ready to stand before existence and say, "This is who I am. This is my reality. I will not decorate it with lies." One day, Satyakam went to his mother, Jabala. She was a simple woman, a poor woman, a woman who had lived a very difficult life, a woman who had worked in many houses and silently carried the burdens of life. Satyakam said, "Mother, I want to go to a guru. I want to learn the highest truth. I want to know the Brahma, the universal consciousness. But when I go to the guru, he will ask me, 'What is your father's name? What is your lineage? From which family do you come?' So, mother, please tell me, who is my father?" Now pause here. For many people, the father's name is just a formality. But for some people, this question is a wound. Who is your father? This one question can break someone's heart because there are children who do not know. There are children who are abandoned. There are children whose father was present physically but absent emotionally. There are children whose father gave them a surname but not love. There are children whose father gave them a house but not warmth. There are children who grow up feeling incomplete because society keeps asking, "Who is your father?" As if the soul needs a certificate, as if truth needs a surname, as if consciousness needs permission from society. Satyakam asked his mother, and Jabala was in a difficult position. She could have lied, She could have invented a respectable name. She could have protected herself from shame. She could have saved her son from humiliation. But Jabala was not an ordinary woman. She was poor but rich in truth. She had no social prestige, but she had inner honesty. She had no great name to give her son, but she had courage. And courage is greater than name. She said, "My son, I do not know who your father is. In my youth, I worked in many houses, served many people. Life was very difficult. I do not know from whom you were born. My name is Jabala. Your name is Satyakam. So when the Guru asks you, tell him, I am Satyakam, son of Jabala." What a mother. She did not give him false pride. She gave him truth. She did not give him a fake father. She gave him authenticity. She did not give him social respectability. She gave him spiritual foundation. Sometimes the greatest gift a parent can give a child is not money, property, status, surname, or inheritance. The greatest gift is truth. Because a child who grows up with truth may suffer for some time, but he will not be spiritually broken. Satyakam accepted his mother's words. He did not feel ashamed. He did not say, "What will people think?" No. He did not say, "What will the Guru say? How can I go without a father's name?" No. He took his mother's truth and went to the Guru. The Guru asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Satyakam." The Guru asked, "What is your father's name? What is your lineage?" And Satyakam said exactly what his mother had told him. He said, "Master, I asked my mother. She told me she does not know who my father is. She worked in many houses and served many people. Her name is Jabala. My name is Satyakam. So I am Satyakam Jabala." The whole ashram must have become silent, because society is always ready to judge. Some may have judged the mother, some may have judged the child, some may have judged the birth. But the Guru was not a man of society. He was a man of truth. A real Guru does not look at your surname. A real Guru does not look at your caste or religion. A real Guru does not look at your father's name. A real Guru looks at your being. The Guru looked at the boy and saw something rare, very rare. Truthfulness, innocence, courage, purity. And he said, "My child, only a true Brahmin can speak such truth. You may not know your father's name, but you know truth, and that is enough. I accept you." This is a revolutionary moment, because here the Upanishadic wisdom destroys social arrogance. A Brahmin is not born by blood. A Brahmin is born by truth. Not by caste, not by surname, not by ritual, not by family background. A Brahmin is one who has the courage to live truthfully. So remember, do not be proud of your family if you are false. Do not be proud of your caste if you are dishonest. Do not be proud of your religion if your heart has no compassion. Do not be proud of your spiritual image if you cannot stand in truth. Truth is the real initiation. Satyakam was accepted. His education began. The Guru taught him scriptures, he taught him sacred words, he taught him philosophy. Satyakam learned sincerely. But after some time, the Guru saw something subtle. The boy was learning, but learning is not awakening. He was collecting knowledge, but knowledge is not realization. He was becoming familiar with scriptures, but truth cannot be borrowed from scriptures. A real guru is honest. A false teacher wants disciples to remain dependent on him. But a real guru wants the disciple to reach truth, even if that truth has to come through someone else. So one day the Guru said, "My son, I have given you what I could give, but this is not enough. You need not only knowledge, you need transformation. Now go to another master." Now this is the greatness of a true Guru. He does not say, "Only I am everything." He does not imprison the disciple in his own ego. He sends the disciple wherever the disciple's soul can flower, can blossom. So Satyakam went to the second Guru. And this master was different, very different. He did not give Satyakam long lectures. He did not open scriptures. He did not give intellectual answers. He looked at the boy and understood. This boy does not need more words. He needs silence. He does not need more philosophy. He needs nature. He does not need more knowledge. He needs innocence. So the second Guru gave him a few hundred weak, thin cows and said, "Take these cows into the forest. Live with them. Protect them. Nourish them. Remain with them. Do not return until they become 1,000. Now understand the depth of this instruction. A boy comes searching for Brahma, the universal consciousness, and the master gives him cows. But this is how the real master works. The mind asks for knowledge. The master gives a situation. The mind asks for answers. The master gives silence. The mind asks for philosophy. The master gives life. Because truth is not learned only through words. Truth is awakened through being. Satyakam bowed down. He did not argue. He did not say, "Master, I came for spiritual knowledge, not for cow service." He trusted. And trust is the beginning of discipleship. And then Satyakam took the cows and entered the forest. Now imagine that scene. A young boy walking into the vast forest. No crowd, no society, no relatives, no gossip, no judgment. No one asking, "Who is your father?" No one asking, "What is your caste? What is your religion?" No one asking, "What is your status?" No one reminding him of shame. Only trees, only sky, only wind, only silence, and only the cows. Perhaps for the first time, Satyakam was not being judged. The forest does not ask for your father's name. The river does not ask for your surname. The sky does not ask for your caste or religion. The birds do not ask for your family background. Existence accepts you as you are. Only society rejects, existence never rejects. Remember this. Society may reject you, family may reject you, relatives may judge you, people may question your birth, but existence has never rejected you. If existence had rejected you, you would not be breathing. If the divine had rejected you, your heart would not be beating. If God had rejected you, the sun would not rise for you every morning. The sun does not shine only for respectable families, my fellow. The moon does not give light only to legitimate children. The wind does not ask for your social identity before touching your face. Existence is far more compassionate than society. So Satyakam lived in the forest. In the beginning, he may have counted the cows. He may have thought, when will they become 1000? When will I return? When will my spiritual journey progress? But slowly, something changed. There was nobody to talk to. And when there is nobody to talk to, outer speech becomes silent. And when outer speech becomes silent, inner speech also begins to reduce. Because mind needs society, mind needs comparison, mind needs conflict, mind needs someone to impress, someone to defeat, someone to blame, someone to desire. But in the forest, there was nobody. Only cows, and cows do not argue. Cows do not gossip. Cows do not judge. Cows do not ask about your past. Cows simply live. They eat, they rest, they walk, they breathe, they exist. And slowly, living with the cows, Satyakam also became simple. He would wake up with the sunrise, take the cows to graze, sit under trees, listen to birds, watch the river flowing, watch the sky, sleep under the stars. Days passed, months passed, years passed, and slowly, words started falling away. This is meditation. Meditation is not adding something. Meditation is dropping unnecessary noise. The mind is made of words. The mind is inner talking. The mind is commentary. The mind is past and future. The mind is fear and desire. But when words disappear, the mind begins to disappear. And when the mind disappears, you do not become unconscious. You become more conscious. You hear more deeply. You see more clearly. You feel more purely. Satyakam became silent. Not forced silence. Not disciplined silence. Not suppressed silence. Natural silence. The silence of the forest entered him. The innocence of the cows entered him. The vastness of the sky entered him. The rhythm of the nature entered him. Slowly he forgot the world of men. He forgot the wound of not knowing his father. He forgot the shame others could have given him. He forgot the idea of proving himself. He forgot the desire to become someone. And this is real healing. When you stop trying to prove yourself to those who rejected you, healing begins. Many people waste their whole life trying to prove something to a father who never loved them, to a mother who never understood them, to relatives who humiliated them, to society that never cared for their soul. They become successful but still wounded. They become rich but still angry. They become famous but still empty. They keep asking silently, now will you accept me? Now will you respect me? Now will you love me? But the day you stop begging for acceptance from those who wounded you, your real journey begins. Satyakam was no longer proving himself, he was just living. And in that simple living, he began to disappear. The ego disappeared, the wound disappeared, the shame disappeared, the identity disappeared. And when false identity disappears, truth shines by itself. One day, after many years, the cows became 1,000. But Satyakam had forgotten counting. This is beautiful. The master had said, return when they become 1,000. But now Satyakam was not waiting. He was not ambitious. He was not restless. He had become one with the forest. The cows had to remind him. It is said that the cows spoke to him. Satyakam, we are now 1,000. It is time to return to the master. Some may ask, how can cows speak? But when the mind is silent, everything speaks. The tree speaks, the flowing river speaks, the fire speaks, the wind speaks, the sky speaks, the silence speaks. Existence is always speaking. We cannot hear because we are too noisy. So Satyakam returned. But he was no longer the same boy. He had gone as a student. He was returning as a silence. He had gone with a wound. He was returning with radiance. He had gone to find knowledge. He was returning as wisdom. And so when he reached the ashram, the disciples saw him from a distance. They counted the cows and said, 1,000 cows. The master looked and said, no, you have counted wrongly. There are 1,001. The disciples counted again. Still 1,000 cows. They said, Master, there are only 1,000. The master smiled and said, you forgot to count Satyakam. What a statement. He counted Satyakam among the cows. This was not an insult. This was the highest blessing. Because the cow represents innocence, simplicity, natural being. Satyakam had become like them. No ego, no cleverness, no politics, no superiority, no inferiority, no shame, no pride, just presence. The master saw that he had returned transformed. He had not merely taken care of cows, the cows had taken care of him. He had not merely lived in the forest had entered him. He had not merely waited for numbers to grow, he had grown inwardly. Then he was sent back to his first guru. When the first guru saw him, he immediately recognized the transformation. Earlier, Satyakam had come as a young seeker. Now he had returned as one who had tasted the truth. Earlier he had asked for knowledge. Now he was carrying silence. Earlier he had a question. Now he had become the answer. This is the whole spiritual journey. You begin with a question. If you are sincere, the question burns you. If you are honest, the question purifies you. If you are patient, the question dissolves you. And one day, when the questioner disappears, the answer is there. Satyakam's story begins with a wound. I do not know my father, but it ends in awakening. The same wound that could have destroyed him became the doorway to liberation. The same social shame that could have made him bitter became the foundation of spiritual greatness. The same absence of a father became the reason he found the ultimate father, the divine. So today I want to speak to every person carrying family pain. Maybe your father abandoned you. Maybe your mother could not protect you. Maybe your family rejected you. Maybe relatives judged you. Maybe society made you feel small. Maybe you were born in circumstances people called shameful. Maybe you still carry the wound of not being accepted. Listen carefully. You are not a mistake. Your birth may have been surrounded by confusion, but your soul is not confused. Your family may not have accepted you, but existence has accepted you. Your father may not have given you his name, but God has given you breath. Your mother may have suffered, but through her, life still brought you here. Do not insult your existence because society does not understand your story. Many people with perfect family names live false lives. Many people with respectable surnames carry corrupt hearts. Many people with high caste identity have no truth inside. And sometimes one child with no father's name can become a flame of truth. So do not worry if you do not know who your father is. Worry if you do not know who you are. Do not worry if society questions your birth. Worry if you live falsely. Do not worry if people judge your family. Worry if you betray your soul. Do not worry if you were abandoned. Worry if you abandon yourself. Because real birth is not from the body. Real birth happens when truth awakens in you. The body is born from parents, but the soul is reborn through truth. Satyakam's mother gave him biological life, and truth gave him spiritual life. And the Guru recognized this. He did not ask for documents. He did not ask for proof. He did not ask for social background. He saw truth in the boy's eyes. And the divine also sees like that. God is not interested in your surname. God is not interested in your caste or religion. God is not interested in your social image. God is interested in your truth. Are you authentic? Are you sincere? Are you willing to drop falsehood? Are you willing to stop pretending? Are you willing to stand alone if truth demands it? That is spirituality. Spirituality is not decoration. Spirituality is not performance. Spirituality is not image management. Spirituality is the courage to be real. And this story also teaches us something beautiful about mothers. Jabala was not socially powerful. She was not famous. She was not protected by status. But she gave her son truth. And because she gave him truth, her name became immortal. The boy is not remembered by his father's name. He is remembered by his mother's name. Satyakam Jabala. So never judge a woman by her circumstances. Never judge a mother by her social position. Never judge a child by the story of his birth. You do not know what destiny is preparing through that soul. Sometimes the most wounded families produce the deepest seekers. Sometimes the most rejected children become the greatest lovers of truth. Sometimes those who never received home outside discover the eternal home within. A wound can become a doorway. Pain can become prayer. Loneliness can become meditation. Rejection can become freedom. Fatherlessness can become the search for the Divine Father. Mother wounds can become devotion to the Divine Mother. Family karma can become spiritual fire. But for this, one thing is needed. Do not become bitter. Your wound can take you in two directions. It can make you false or it can make you real. It can make you angry or it can make you compassionate. It can make you hard or it can make you deep. Satyakam chose depth and then came silence. Truth opens the door. Silence transforms you. Every seeker has to enter the forest in some way. Maybe not physically, but inwardly. The forest means a space where society cannot define you. The forest means a space where old voices become weak. The forest means a space where you stop performing. The forest means a space where you sit with yourself. Loneliness says, nobody is with me. Aloneness says, I am with myself and God is with me. Satyakam entered the forest lonely. He returned alone. And there is a difference. A lonely person is incomplete. An alone person is whole. So the message of Satyakam Jabala is not only for fatherless children. It is for all of us. Because everyone is searching for the Father. Everyone is searching for the source. Everyone is searching for belonging. Everyone is searching for home. Some search in relationships. Some search in achievements. Some search in money. Some search in power. Some search in family approval. But the real home is within. The real father is the source of existence. The real mother is the divine womb from which all life arises. When you discover that source within, no one can make you feel illegitimate. You become legitimate in the eyes of existence, and that is enough. So today, if you are carrying shame, drop it. If you are carrying the wound of fatherlessness, offer it to the divine. If you are carrying family rejection, do not allow it to poison your heart. If people judged your birth, let your truth become your answer. If people denied you respect, let your consciousness become your dignity. If people gave you abandonment, let God give you belonging. Remember Satyakam. He did not know his father, but he knew truth. He did not have lineage, but he had honesty. He did not have social prestige, but he had innocence. He did not have a respectable background, but he had the courage to stand in reality. And because of that, the doors of wisdom opened. So I say to you, do not worry if you do not know who your father is. Find out who you are. Do not worry if your family did not give you identity. Let truth give you identity. Do not worry if society did not give you respect. Let your consciousness give you dignity. Do not worry if your past is painful. Let your present become a prayer. Do not worry if your birth story is complicated. Let your life story become luminous. Because the divine does not ask, who was your father? The divine asks, are you truthful? Are you sincere? Are you ready? Are you willing to disappear into silence? And if your answer is yes, every forest becomes an ashram. Every wound becomes a doorway. Every rejection becomes freedom. Every silence becomes a scripture. Every breath becomes a mantra. Satyakam entered the path through truth. He was transformed through silence. He returned as innocence. And he became a symbol of spiritual dignity. Not the dignity given by society, the dignity given by truth. And so, my beloved friends, never be ashamed of your truth. If your truth is painful, still honor it. If your truth is uncomfortable, still stand by it. If your truth makes society restless, still do not betray it. Because falsehood may give you temporary respect, but truth gives you eternal strength. A lie can give you a name, but only truth can give you a soul. A surname can give you social identity, but only consciousness can give you spiritual identity. A father may give you blood, but truth gives you birth into the divine. So walk with Satyakam, with innocence, with honesty, with courage, with silence, and one day when you return from your inner forest, you will not be the same person. You will not be a wound anymore. You will become wisdom. You will not be rejection anymore. You will become radiance. You will not be fatherless anymore. You will belong to existence itself. And that is the highest belonging. And I can say this through my own experience. Because when I was 14, I lost my mother and father. I became a homeless person. My journey began just like Satyakam. And that is why This story of Satyakam Jabala is very, very close to my heart. Love to each one of you. Stay truthful, stay simple, stay silent, and keep walking toward the real home within. Because the deepest home is not given by family, the deepest home is found in truth. And that is why I love Satyakam Jabala. He had the courage to say, to answer whatever it is. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।